Hello, everybody. I get asked a lot of questions throughout the day, but one of them that has really made me want to do this video is I'm always being asked about the radius tool that other softwares offer and how they do it and what we utilize distance incentive and distance deny approach with as it relates to our program. So, a lot of times house call, jobber, I don't know what all others, they'll say, put in a 20-mile radius, a 15-mile radius, et cetera, et cetera. The thing that I want to point out is that basically what they're doing is going to the center of the zip code. And if their radius is not in in with the center of that zip code is not in that radius, it will not allow it. So that can be okay, but sometimes not. So the way we do it is we allow you to individually put in each zip code. So maybe you want a zip code, maybe you don't, I don't know. But then from that point, the distance incentive and the distance deny feature, and if you're not familiar with them, you should be. Give me a buzz, and I'll be more than happy to talk about it. Or you can go to the help area of FittleBug in the admin and look it up there. If you're not a client, call me. I'll give you a demo. But it tells people when you're in the area and tells people when you're too far away for a drive from the existing appointment they have to you and blocks it. That's distance deny. So you're not going back and forth. Anyway, this has to do with about the radius. We don't didn't choose to go the radius route for that exact reason is that it doesn't oftentimes capture what is called the centroid of the zip code. So if you are the kind of guy that I am, you'll ask AI, how does a radius search on a map pick up zip codes? And you can even get the code on how, I mean, if you're so inclined, on how they do it. And then I even went in and asked how Jobber does it as an example. And they, for example, are using what I believe to be the simplest and speediest, which makes sense, approach, um, and not the polygon boundary support approach. Okay. Well, we don't either, but we offer the ability to put individual zip codes in. Any ones you want and any ones you don't want, leave out. So instead of having to, for example, instead of having to do a radius search like around Los Angeles or Chicago, you can do I swear, you can do a 20-minute radius search, 20 mile, 15 mile, 10-mile almost radio search downtown Chicago and hit the most expensive part of Chicago and the most non expensive, I think is the politically correct way to say it, part of Chicago. So that approach allows them to book you in places you may not want to go. That's what radius can do. And as you can see here, unless you're out in the ocean, that doesn't do you any good either. So you have to move your radius, and now you're dealing with places out here you may want to not want to go. So we keep it simple. We hope you appreciate that fact. And if you'd like to learn more, 630-444-2000. And I'm Steve. I'm the creator. We got a whole bunch of new stuff and a whole new platform. If you haven't seen it, much faster, much prettier, much more empowering. And for those other softwares out there that would like to tie in, we have an open API. So reach out and have a great day. Talk to you later.